just love this time of year.
This is why we have a shining moment. You knew, yeah. In a shining moment, you're willing to try. In a shining moment, you knew.
The magic of March.
A quick Welcome back, everybody. We are getting ready to start our second round of matches here for Winter Madness 2025. I'm joined here with Mr. Joe Carroll in the booth. We had an interesting first round. Joe, why don't you give us a recap on what happened at our 9 o'clock match?
Yeah, a couple great matches over at Kissing Tree in Texas. We had John Thrall winning over Eric Wren.
Yes.
1 up and 17.
Correct, yeah.
And then Dylan Keevan winning over K2.
That one did go to the distance.
Did go to the
went
wire.
18 holes, but Dylan did reign supreme over there. Big shout out to all the competitors for the first round. Getting into our second round matchups, it's going to be a big one today. So we've got in Bay 1, Mr. Jake Kirtly taking on Michael Noel. Moving over to Bay 2, we have Mr. Kory Goodson, the commissioner of our Gimme Golf Club League, taking on Mr. Will Schatz. And then finally, we have Mr. Jonathan Burge taking on the OG himself, Mr. Kyle Walton.
Wow, what a slate.
To say the least, this is going to be a very exciting round of matches. Joe, I think that we are going to be in awe as far as the competition here, but I'm very excited to get digging in and starting these matches.
Oh, same here, Kenny. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, Bay 1, if you're ready, let's do it. Yeah, handshake, look up here. You good? All right, settling in here, we have our first round of 11:30 matches. Mr. Jake Kirtly taking on Mr. Mike Noel.
Two big hitters. Mark Schulte calling out from the crowd here. It looks match of tight ends. Solid tee shot to get this match. Oh.
No first tee jitters here for Jake Kirtly. A pounded drive, measuring in at just over 270 yards up the right side of the fairway. Did find that right side rough, but a great first swing for Mr. Kirtly.
Michael Noel stepping up to the tee here. Recent new member.
He's been here for a while.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Big Mike Noel. All right, Mike's drive heading up the right side and drawing back. Looks like he's going to land safely on the left side of the fairway here. Okay. Mike is looking at 147 yards for his second shot here at number 1. We were back at Kissing Tree, Joe. Again, this course does have its teeth, but Mike's in a pretty prime spot here in the dead center of the fairway.
Yeah, key today, and like the matches earlier this morning, keeping it in the middle, playing for pars.
All right, Mike's shot is up and out, headed towards the right side of the green. See if it grabs a piece. Okay, just on that surround there, but an easy chip on for Mike. Now moving over to Mr. Jake is just under 100 yards. A big drive. Let's see if he can capitalize on this one.
Stepped up, a little waggle.
All right, very contained swing here for Jake, headed to the right side of the center green. So well done. Maybe use that backboard. Okay,
Safely
well
on.
done.
Great par.
Jake is coming back into the... Oh,
just shy.
Very exciting stuff. Jake is safely in for his par. We can already tell that these matches are going to be absolutely electric.
Energy's ramping up in the room.
Mike's got 26 yards here. All right, the chip is off, and we are rolling towards the pin, taking that down slope. Do it. Oh,
Oh, wow.
a great effort for Mike Noel. Both players in for a par. I think we're going to see this all day long.
We are in for something special
I tell you
today.
what. Both big members of here at the GGC, Mr. Jay Kirtly. We laugh. Looks like a matchup of tight ends. We are going to start over here on our second matchup. We're going to move over to Bay 2, Mr. Kory Goodson and Will Schatz.
Some nice sportsmanship.
Oh, I tell you what, a group of friends, but for the next 18 holes, it's all business, Joe.
This is going to be a match. I was talking with Kory a little bit before the round. I think he's ready to go for some risk reward here.
Kory's a very able player, control his golf ball. Opening tee shot for Kory is just finding the left side of this rough on number 1 at Kissing Tree. Again,
A little jitters, maybe.
yeah, of course. It's always going to be some pressure here on the first swing. All right, Will is electing to align himself up the left side of this fairway. Solid drive from Will, right up center.
Smooth
Power in that, yeah. It's one thing about Will, his consistency is going to take him a long way today. 260-yard drive for an opening tee shot. Very big stuff here.
Yeah, really, a course that suits that style of gameplay.
Steady Eddie.
Yep.
All right. Kory's got 147 yards, shows slightly uphill. Gonna be coming out of this rough. Doesn't look like it's going to affect him too much. A very flat lie, but again, Kory just needs to stick to the basics, get this on the green. All right. Kory is looking absolutely pin-seeking. Makes it over that spider bunker.
Oh, settled.
Yes, sir.
In the circle.
Kory Goodson with a fantastic second shot inside the gimme circle does secure that birdie there. Will shaking his head and saying, how is this already starting? We're only on the first hole. All right, Will with a superb first drive is looking at 82 yards from a fairway lie.
Will's a gamer here, though.
Oh, absolutely. So one of the instructors here at the Gimme Golf Club, so he does know his swing, knows the swing. We always laugh if you ever need a second set of eyes, Will is your guy. You know, coming in and trying to answer to a birdie at 150 yards out, he's got to really dig deep here and stay within his swing.
Nice and controlled.
Shots up, aiming for that fat part of the green, and solidifies his par. So here we are after the first hole. Kory Goodson is up 1 with a birdie. We are heading over to Bay 3. These guys, the gentlemen, are shaking hands, getting ready to start our final match at the 11:30 hour. Mr. Kyle Walton first in the box. Jonathan Burge waiting on deck.
Hole number 1.
This is our fearless leader here, teeing off here at number 1 at Orchard Lake. All smooth swing. Needs to just... Okay, he's going to clear... Oh, he does
just
find
caught
that
it.
fairway bunker, but he gets a flat lie. Nothing he hasn't seen before, Joe.
No. And indoors, not...
Again, you know, all things equal, I don't think that shot scares him at all. Oh, pops. 1, 9... 11, 12, 13.
We're just checking our pop situation here for Burge Substance. I think that's going to be a big factor in the match today. Kyle plays off scratch. Burge had a great qualifying round to get in. It'll be fun. I think it's certainly going to come into play.
Taking on member 001 has got to be in his mind. But again, Burge is a fighter, and he's going to be able to guide his way in, and I think he's going to be just fine.
I love it. He's got a Rafael Nadal backhand swing. Just really powerful. Loads up against it. And I don't know, we might see some crafty wedge play out of the guy.
I tell you what, he's got tricks. He's got abilities to hit on both sides of the ball. I don't know if he's going to pull out that tactic today, but you never know.
I will say we played Orchard Lake a couple weeks ago for league. Sick course.
Yeah, very nice.
So cool.
All right, Jonathan's safely in play here on the right side. He's going to be left with about 186 yards here. Uphill green here.
Tough pin.
Yeah, it kind of veers off to the right, so a little angle in here to attack the pin, but let's see how he's feeling for his first approach shot here. First, looks like he's opting for a hybrid. I don't hate that play, getting a little extra juice there.
No, and I think certainly with the lie, he's going to need a little extra distance for taking that percentage off.
So Jonathan's shot is off, just heading right, does escape that green side bunker, so he's going to have a small chip there just off the right side of the green. All right, back to Mr. Walton, 115 yards coming out of this sand. Again, at this distance, Joe, I don't think that lip's going to be anything he's worrying about, especially with a scoring club in his hands. I think he's going to be okay. Again, look at this tucked pin, Joe. These pins are absolutely diabolical. Right up there on the front of the green.
There's a lot of slope to the greens, too.
Yes. So he's got plenty of room behind the pin if he wants to be conservative. But, again, with this match just starting, we'll have to see.
Yeah, no problem clearing it.
Okay, looks like he's getting cute with it. Do it, buddy. Go. Okay,
Ooh.
just short, but absolute pin-seeking shot there for Mr. Walton.
The pressure's on for Burge here.
So Burge's his third shot, just about 20 yards off the right-hand side of the green. He's going to take a look at his contour map here, see where he wants to land this shot.
Man, I wish I could have that outdoors.
Again, utilizing the TrackMan simulators, the gold standard in simulator play, has a bunch of data, and all of these are actually pretty applicable, from power to spin to these the green maps we just saw. TrackMan's goal is to make this as realistic as possible.
All right, getting set up here, first chip.
All right, Jonathan does enter the birdie or the gimme circle. That's a really nice chip there for
great
Jonathan.
par.
Yeah, it secures his par. This is a situation where Walton can get a little aggressive here. Obviously, I think he's trying to hold this. Regardless, does need to have this settle inside that gimme circle, but I think it's something that we could see scare the hole, if not drop in.
Ooh.
A little heavy-handed there, and Jonathan does take a one-up lead after the first hole. Okay.
Man.
Settling in. It's okay. Plenty of golf left, but Mr. Burge does...
Plus, he was popping, too.
Oh, wow. So Jonathan does pop on hole 1, 9, 11, 12, and 15. I'm going to ask if we can move over to Bay 1 here for Mr. Kirtly. Seeing him, he's on his second shot here at number 4.
You know, the crowd was gearing up there for a second. We've had some good shots.
Lots of cheering, lots of oohs and ahs here at the clubhouse. 230 yards for Jake. Fairway metal heading out left, asking for it to cut.
Powerful shot there, but a lot of ground to cover.
Agreed. All right, Mike's looking at 192 yards here, center of the fairway. Looks like a pretty good drive for Mike. He does not like that shot. Headed dead right here off contact. Asking for a little tree help. Does get it, but it's a bummer to see here. But
And I think that's a good reminder here. OB can come into play quick.
very much so. Very much so. All right, Mike's trying to settle his nerves here. He's got 104 yards coming out of the right side rough.
Kind of pin looking on the front side of the green here. It's probably just thinking, let's get it to the middle.
He's going to go up and over that first tree. Gets through safely. All right, Mike is just short of the gimme circle. That was a great effort there from Mike. Moving over to Jake, looking at his shot. 32 yards off the left side of the green here. Again, with that tucked pin, got all of the green you'd ever want to the left, but if he wants to dial this in, he's going to have to creep towards the front side of this green.
Nice soft hands there.
The touch is great, asking for it to spin right. Oh, just circles the gimme circle, but that is a great shot by Jake.
Oh, looks like we're in the frogs here.
Yeah, Mr. Stretch is in the room, so the frog's hair is real. Have him to confirm for us. Looks like Mike's electing to putt this short. I think that is a safe spot here.
Yeah, certainly playing up the hill.
Now, if Mike does get this in the gimme circle, he will card a bogey, but he has the opportunity to sink this one just about 15 feet. All right, Mike does miss this putt low side and does remain into the gimme circle, so I believe that match, Jake grabs one there with both players do card a bogey. This match is all tied. Hey, Jake, can you show me that screen real quick? The pops on 4.
Okay.
Do you recall any other ones that he pops on? That's it? Okay.
All right, so quick update on the pop situation on the Kirtly Noel match. 4 was the only hole where there were pop.
Yeah, Mike did get one back there, so that hurts this match. He did take that one back, so it looks like Noel is up 1 through 4 holes. I'm going to go ahead and ask if our producer can move us to bay 2. Mr. Kory Goodson here is 148 yards. Pretty prime real estate here, Joe. Similar to his shot on number 1, where he did park that inside the gimme circle. See if he can repeat.
It's a good move early in the rounds. You get up, you put your playing partner in some difficult decisions.
Yes.
There's a lot of risk reward on this course.
All right, Goodson drawing this one in towards the pin. Oh, he knows that number. He likes that number. Just escapes the gimme circle. It's a great shot by Kory. Secures his par there. It looks like Mr. Schatz did card a par there too. So Kory remains 1 up through 4 holes.
Oh, it's going to be a boxing match.
Two great competitors. They know their game and playing some good ball.
All right, long par 5 coming up. As you've seen, it's really tough getting here in 2. You got to be big hitter. Really a 3-shot hole.
Yeah, I think for most, yes, there's a couple of guys that do have the power to do it, but again, it's almost too much of a risk for something that you can chop down into shots. Kory takes this up the right side, nice little draw coming back into the center of the fairway. He's going to love to look at this. Looks like it's catching a little speed slot here. This is a big drive for measuring just under 300 yards.
Man.
I'm sorry, just went over to 301, 302, excuse me. It's a great drive by Kory. Again, we've noted on Will's ability and his steady and confident swing, so I don't think he's going to go ahead and chase Kory here, but Will's got some sneaky power, does have the ability to move the ball far. Again, I think being rewarded with the fairway shot for your second is going to be paramount here.
This is a guy who knows his game.
It's a great solid swing from Will. Headed little baby fade here, but again, 153 miles an hour ball speed, plenty far out there. He's reaching up there about 285 yards. Really well done from Will.
About 265, 270 out. Danger on the hole seems to be on that right side.
Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty accepting green. So, actually, we get a closer look here. It looks like there is a little thumbprint on the front left side of that. Will affect any ball rolling up, trying to gain access to this green.
All right, stepping back, getting this line here.
Okay, a couple of wags here from Mr. Will. It's a nice soaring fairway shot, headed left.
This could get up there.
Looks like it's going to nudge him just to the left, but a fantastic shot there. We're going to go head over to Bay 1 and check out the Kirtly match. Jake's looking at a little bit of a tree trouble here, 117 yards out. See if he can get up and over. Okay, escapes the trees, headed towards the pin, Joe. Okay, safely aboard there for Jake.
Yep.
So Mike, on his third shot here, does retain this one-up lead. He is left with 34 yards. Pretty routine chip here, Joe. You can see that blue area of the green. That's going to be that thumbprint we were talking about.
Yeah. But really, green's kind of sloped up against him.
I agree. He's
pretty
going to be able
receptive.
to be aggressive here.
Well, nice soft shot here.
Oh, some nice touch for Noel. Oh, just lands it a touch too far. Does land safely on the green. Both, looks like Mr. Noel does go ahead and card a bogey there, bringing this match back to square.
Moving to hole 6, second easiest hole on the course.
It's a short par 3. Pretty nice. I think we're going to
Just got to get it there.
Yeah, I think that this is a pretty nice par 3, all in their ability.
And, folks, we're in the green zone briefly.
Coming soon. All right. Jake hits a towering shot. Says he doesn't have enough, but looks like he's on and zips back just a bit for him. That's a secured par for Mr. Kirtly.
Man, that was the number.
Guy knows his numbers.
All right, Michael deliberating on club selection here.
Knows this is an important shot.
Got a little bit of a crosswind in the face.
All right, Mike feeling confident over the golf ball. Sounds like a solid contact. Soaring high, headed just left of the pin, and Heading left, see if he grabs a piece here. Absolutely does. Both players are on safely for their par. Let's go ahead and move over here to Bay 2. Mr. Will Schatz on his third for the par 5. 16 yards out, just left the green here.
And it looks like Kory's safely on here.
Okay. Will tries maybe a little too much sauce here. It needs to sit, but it does remain on the dance floor. So looks like both players are in for a par.
Yeah. Just like a future said, too much sauce on that.
Okay, let's go ahead and check on Mr. Jonathan Burge in Bay 3. Looks like he is on hole 5 here at Orchard Lake. It's a nice par 4, measuring in at 393 yards.
Burge with that Nadal-like backhand.
I love that you just said that. I would agree. Nice little 265-yard shot. Settles into the left side rough. Walton's here. I know he's pretty hungry. This man, after hole 4 usually, he settles in and really starts playing some beat.
Oh, high hands.
Look at this. Absolutely perfect. 158 miles of ball speed. Kyle lands safely in the center of this fairway, just under 270 yards.
Great shot. Okay. Jonathan's setting up for a shot here. 130 yards. Pin's right in the middle. A little bit of front here. Kind of sloping left to right. Kind of that classic dilemma of you got danger on the left, but slopes away from it.
Okay, Jonathan's up and out. Fading back towards the back center of the green. Needs to hold on. Okay, safely aboard. Well done for Mr. Jonathan Burge. Kyle's looking at 124 yards here at the 5th hole. This is his second shot.
Look at his chops here.
You know, I think he does like this number. Again, full in control of his golf ball, but I think he's gonna go for something here. Oh, okay. Doesn't like it off the face. Looks like it's coming up short. Does avert a little bit of that that hazard there, but it's going to be left with a cute little chip measuring about 23 yards. Again, needs to clear his mind. Get it on the surface. All right, does trundle onto the green, but does miss the gimme circle. Ends up in the fringe here. So Walton's 4th shot just off the green, keeping the wedge in his hand. Just a little squirt here. Needs to get this ball moving. Looks like this lie is gonna push left to right, Joe. Oh, hits the flag stick. You can tell that he wanted to make that. Unfortunately, it does bounce back, and Walton does cart a bogey, and Burge takes one more here at number 4.
Man, he hit that off the backboard.
You can tell he wanted it. Okay.
Alrighty, we are moving to the green zone.
The green zone, it is a easy way for us to kind of see all matches going on, and we're going to focus here on Bay 2. Will Schatz has his driver in hand. Again, nice smooth swing here. All right, great drive by Will, again, showing his consistency here. 270-yard drive. Looking at 87 yards left. Looks like Kory did hit a pretty big bomb out there, so he's waiting patiently for Will to take his attack here.
And this is a sneaky, tough pin. We've seen this today. You can go for it and be aggressive. There's kind of a low flat area on the left here, but also some danger. That spider bunker on the front right, that can come into play.
We'll just zoned in on the flag just to make sure what the green contour looks like around the hole. 87 yards. This is a scoring club for Will, so I'm expecting him to put something pretty close here.
That looks good.
It's a great line. Oh, boy. Almost dunks it. Too much sauce on that. Does leave the gimme circle. That was a fantastic shot from Will, but unfortunate beat there. Not anything too crazy. In for his par. He visited the gimme circle, but it did. Press golf shot. And that front pin. That's kind of what you do when we're lucky enough that he did stay on the green. So forcing Kory here 61 yards. Shot looks like he's taking it back. Hopefully gets that same spin. Come on. Okay. Does, but not enough, Joe. So both players are safely on karting their cars.
Fun.
It was. They're attacking the pins. That's what we like to see. Competition is high here at the clubhouse today. We're going to move over to Bay 1 here and check out Mr. Kirtly.
We're looking at his approach shot on 8 here. Very well guarded green.
200 yards.
Man. Mash that.
Shots coming out the left, asking for it to settle down. Stay away from that cart path. Okay. Looks like Jake hit that about 250 yards, so he's going to be looking at a 73-yard wedge back onto the surface. Do have a lone tree in his way, but again, with these wedges, I think that there's no issue getting up and over here.
A lot of room to work with.
Okay, looks like he's plotting his attack here.
He's got his line figured out.
Yeah, he knows what he needs to do. Looks like he does catch a little something out of that lie. All right, Mike here for his third shot. About 46 yards out of this hole.
Short-sighted.
All right, wedges up for Mike. Looks like it's over the trouble, needs to settle. Okay, does visit the gimme circle, but safely onto the surface. Looks like Mike's going to be in for his bogey, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Jake's looking at 38 yards here. Fourth shot.
He can still win this.
All right, Jake's shot is off, trundling towards the hole. Not enough gas to get there. Okay, both players turning in. Mr. Noel has a par. Jake has a bogey. So it looks like Mr. Noel does take the lead back here in this match, being one up. Let's head over to Bay 2. Mr. Will Schatz is left with 221 yards. Guy lives in the fairway.
But call it. Kory's still one up here.
Get up! Sit!
Will's asking for it to go sit, all of the sorts, but does find himself inside the bunker. All right, Kory Goodson looking at 218 yards, practically right next to where Will's last shot came from. Kory's second shot, kind of seeing the danger up there near the green.
Defining his line, I think he's electing for that kind of short left landing zone here.
All right, Kory Goodson, 218 yards.
Look like a 5-wood or maybe a 7-wood here.
Yeah, we built that club together. Looks like he's heading out right. It does
outside.
So there's still some grass out the bunker. Left 3 yards.
Ball, Jake.
His third shot here.
It's like Kory's trying to find his landing zone here.
Yeah, you know, needs to make something happen here, but just carefully plotting where he wants to land this golf ball.
Yeah, man, even from the GoPro cam here, you can really see the shelf on that green.
Yeah, you know, where that red meets the blue is where that severe slope is located.
Try, man. Really good.
Looks like he's trying to use that just pushing the gimme circle. Again, need to be aggressive there. Didn't want to land it short. Mr. Will's shots here, 18 yards out.
Okay, we're not.
I don't think so either. But...
So Will setting up for a shot here. 18 yards. Not exactly short-sided. He's got some landing room here.
Needs a good bunker shot here.
Yeah, that face is wide open.
Will's third. All right, Will just misses the gimme circle, but a good effort out of that bunker. Okay, both players do card a par there, so no switch out there in that match. We do have some help here from Mr. Matt Tomlin. There are no pops in the second match between Mr. Goodson and Will Schatz.
So we are approaching pop zone on the Walton Burge match. Can we flip over to
Yeah,
Bay
let's
3
head
here?
over to Bay 3. Mr. Ben, thank you very much. Burge looking at 108 yards out, just off the fairway on the left side.
Yeah, hole 8 here.
As you can see in that top banner, Burge is leading this match 1-up against Mr. Kyle Walton. Bay 2 looks good. Right here, this thing needs to go. Okay, then.
Oh, safely on.
Yeah,
Great par.
Burge does steady Eddie there, solid iron shot there. We're moving over to Mr. Kyle Walton's second shot, left with 103 yards out.
Man, not only playing today, but executive producing.
Yes, absolutely. Guys working his tail off to bring the best production possible. Has enlisted a very good group here to help while he's playing here. But we do give a big thanks out to Mr. Ben for taking care of us while Kyle's playing. Kyle's shot's heading a little left, but needs to sneak back on, maybe a little spin. Okay, safely on the green for his second. Both players do card a par there. We are approaching at number 9, where Mr. Jonathan Burge will have an extra bullet here.
So just a reminder, we got 9, 11, 12, and 15. So on the tee box here, On the tee box here, do you think Kyle's is he thinking about what to grab from the pro shop?
Tell you what, there's some goodies in there, but always
about
a
lunchtime, little dog, some chips.
Well, Jeff Burge is the man, the myth, the legend, and helps out a ton around the club, and no shortage of his help and expertise this weekend.
Kyle hammers it.
Feeling the adrenaline there, but
through the fairway.
I think it's no problem there for Kyle. Jonathan here, knowing he has an extra bullet here, Joe. Again, putting ourselves into these player situations might have a couple of different routes that we play, but I think Jonathan, if I'm Jonathan now, it's hitting a fairway and making Walton come out and hit a shot for his second.
Absolutely. I mean, kind of a benefit for him of teeing off second here. You get the lay of the land where he knows his options now.
All right, Jonathan heading up the left side of the fairway. Hit this one pretty hard, too. Okay, both players are just off the fairway. Jonathan's in a pretty good lie here. He's going to have his second here from 204 yards.
Pretty long approach here.
Yeah, this par 4 stretched out again. Kind of rewards the ability to take control of that driver swing, but all right, Jonathan over his ball.
All right, we're moving back to the green zone here. On our Bay 3 swing cam, you're getting a little walk through the action in the clubhouse today.
Seeing what it looks like in here. Jonathan does hit a great shot out there and secures just right side of the green. Kyle is facing a little bit of some tree trouble here. Joey, I'm sorry I did say it, but Kyle's going to go ahead and either keep this low. It looks like he is electing to keep this line, so a little low screamer here. Okay, does get caught up in those trees.
Oh, tough break.
Yeah, so unfortunately he's going to have another look with a similar situation with these inanimate objects, but
yeah, this back nine, Kyle's going to have his work cut out for him here.
Just got to keep fighting, stay hungry, stay patient. One second. All right, Kyle does safely get out of the trouble, and he's going to have a look at the green here. Why don't we head over to Bay 1 then? We're going to see Mr. Mike Noel tee off here, number 12. Looks like a solid drive from Mr. Mike Noel.
Yeah, got out there about 260 yards, 265.
Let's go ahead and move this to Bay 3. Seeing Kyle safely enter the gimme circle. Well done for Kyle. Unfortunate. Oh, stop rolling. Oh, my goodness. Spoke too soon. Sorry about that, folks. That undulation on the green did pull him back outside of the gimme circle.
You might have to call up some reps in Sweden about that one.
Fragman's actually based in Denmark.
Oh, man, I look like a fool.
No worries. You're pretty close. Not too bad. All right, Burge with a pretty solid shot. See if this has the same movement. Okay, does stay inside the gimme circle. Burge does take that one down with a par, bringing that match 2 up for Mr. Jonathan Burge.
Man, that aerial down at Orchard Lake, what fantastic.
You know, the native grass, it's a really good contrast. The property's absolutely pristine, but having some of that, that native grass there does bring a little bit of a stark contrast to the beautiful property.
Yeah. Tip of the cap to the greenskeepers.
From all the courses, all of these courses are dialed up for these players today, so we do appreciate that. All right, Jonathan's drive heading left into that native grass we were just talking about. Looks like it may have gotten a little handsy on that drive, but Kyle's amped and ready to rock. Again, smooth swing here. Kyle has plenty of firepower.
Booming drive from Kyle.
Move the golf ball well, headed to the right side of this fairway. Does escape some of that tree trouble, so he's going to have a nice look at that. Ben, I'm going to ask to move over to Bay 2. Kory Goodson is green side. His third shot, just about 30 yards away.
Got Kyle in the booty cam, and then Bay 2.
Had to get that off there. Our sponsors would be pissed. All right, so Will is safely on. So Kory's going to try to take the lead here in this match. It's a nice wedge from Goodson. Needs to settle in, and he does.
Oh,
Well
great shot.
done for Mr. Goodson. All right, both players do card a par there, so that is all square for Bay 2, match 2. Let's go ahead and head over to Bay 1. Ben, please. Mike Noel is up and off, looking into the gimme circle. It's a great shot from Mr. Mike Noel.
Tucks it in there close.
Okay, so Mike is 1 up in this match. Jake is left with 58 yards for his third shot here at the par 5. Jake is absolutely a gamer. Loves this distance.
Gotta tell you what, he's looking great in that green polo today.
Said that to him when he walked in, and looking even better now. Go! Oh, just runs short of the gimme circle. That was a nice effort there for Jake. Looks like Mr. Noel does grab that one back there, bringing this match to 2 up through 12. Let's go ahead and move over to Bay 2. Will Schatz has a 145-yard shot here on the par 3.
Or par 3, but that water comes into play quick. You got to get it there.
Yeah, this pin is tucked over there, so it does require a golf shot from the golfer. Will looks like a pretty good shot. Again, electing to stay on the backside of that green. Does reach the frog's hair, Joe.
I think we're in frog's hair
So
territory.
he's got an ability. He's a great indoor putter, great putter outdoors as well, but this could be all the difference here.
Yeah, from where he's at, long putt. I think he'll probably elect for the wedge there.
I know he does love the putter, but we'll have to see what his weapon of choice is for this hole. Kory Goodson stepping up to the box. All right, Kory taking it the right to left here. Hit hard, needs to settle down. All right, both players did miss the green, but again, a short little wedge shot or electing to putt. Either one. Kory, I think, is probably going to stick with the wedge here. 15 yards out, Joe.
Chipping contest?
Hey, we do have a contest. We love a good chipping contest. Green's moving slightly left to right. He's going to try to take that and use the green's contour in his favor. Ooh, little heavy-handed there, and does roll out of the gimme circle and slightly off the green. So this is going to be an interesting situation. Par 3, Will really just needs to solidify his par here, so doesn't need to do anything crazy. Is electing the putter, Joe.
Veteran move.
The guy feels comfortable with the flat stick, and even at this distance, I think he's a fantastic putter. So I'm excited to see if he can snuggle this one up close.
Lining the ball up in the back of kind of the hitting area. It's usually the trick inside.
Yeah, you know, further back's better than up front, so it gives enough time for this ball to read accurately. It's a good-looking putt from Will. Snuggles it up there. Really well done, and I believe that solidifies his par here. Kory's par putt he's electing for the putter as well, Joe.
He's got to hoop it.
He does. I think that this is a very, very makeable putt. Just
4 yards.
Yeah, it's just 12 or 13 feet off the green. Nothing really lie indicative that's gonna do anything crazy with this putt, but Kory likes his line.
Now, do we know if inside does the flag stick come into play?
We saw that a couple of holes ago, and that flag stick bounces off, and it is very real, even in this simulation. Oh, Kory does ramp over the hole. A little too much pace there. It was a fantastic putt, but unfortunately was not able to hold that. So Mr. Schatz does take the 1-up lead in this match. Joe, where would you like to venture off to?
Let's hop over to bay 3.
All right, bay 3, please. Mr. Walton looking at a 195-yard shot for his second. Coming out of this scrub lie.
It looks like Burge kind of off to the right in the bunker. So big opportunity here just to get it on.
Shot looks like it's going well. Needs to get a little hop. There's a false front here. Okay, is battling that hill. So Kyle is just short of the green here for his second shot.
Great spot to be, though.
Agreed. Jonathan's third shot here is 42 yards, just off the right side of the green. He's going to have to maneuver over this green side bunker, but again, with the scoring clubs in his hands, seems like a pretty straightforward chip. Got plenty of room to work.
He's got a good aerial view. Green's moving right to left here. Not quite a shelf, but I think any chips right will kind of cozy in.
Sure, yeah, kind of trundle down there and just release a little bit.
Looks like he's opened the face a little bit here.
Yeah, really zoning in on this wedge. Jonathan is up. Looks like a good line, but it's going to miss to the low side left. So safely on.
Man, that was the number.
Yeah, it was a good thought, good line. Just a little short. Didn't want to risk it getting off the backside of this green. Kyle's got 25 yards just front side on the apron of this green. He's got a wedge in his hands.
And I don't think that slope's going to come into play too much here.
Gets this low skidder up here. I like this shot a lot. Needs to settle. And
In
done
circle.
for Kyle to capitalize on that
Great
shot.
par.
So Kyle grabs one back there with his par. Jonathan does. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
We do.
Sorry,
have
we had a pops factor.
Okay.
That was the whole.
Okay. We're on 3.
So big in the circle for a push there.
Yeah, Kyle is doing everything he can. That was a great shot, but unfortunately that pop did null that grab for that extra point there. Yeah. Let's head over to Bay 1 here, Ben. Just finishing up. Jake did spin that one back in for birdie, keeping the excitement high in this match.
Great shot, Jake.
Jake sponsored by Zinn. The corporate overlords there do love when he is always rocking his citrus 6 milligrams. I steal one every time I can from him. But Jake is a competitor. Just saw that one down. Jake is 2 down in this match.
Upper deck, lower deck. He's got the nicotine going.
He moves them all over the place for optimal absorption. And that's what a 6 milligrams in does for this guy. Powerhouse drive here. Perfect landing spot. Well done, Mr. Kirtly. All right, Mike looking to answer back here. Mike's got sneaky power too. Nickname we gave him not too long ago was the Swashbuckler. He has a very interesting
Is there a story on that?
indoor swing here, but let's see him take it away.
So I'd love to hear more on the swashbuckler.
Well, just like that, a Swashbuckler.
It's hard to say.
He did hear us on the podcast and was offended at first, but then went ahead and consulted the internets. And actually, Swashbuckler is someone who likes to take risks, maybe a risque swing, and Mike Noel's everything but standard, but again, makes his golf swing work for him. I love that. Some individuality here, but Mike hit a great drive there, Joe. Left with 192 yards out on hole 15, which... All right, Mike Noel, 192 yards, hole 15. Oh, no. Okay, headed right.
Not
Hard
happy with
right.
it.
Oh, okay. Doesn't like that golf swing.
Tree could come into play here.
You know, not an ideal spot, but again, he's just going to have to persevere here. Kirtly licking his chops here. Pretty big side hill lie here, Joe.
Yeah, huge opportunity.
Usually this means the ball is going to fly a little right to left here, but again, 134 yards. Jake loves this number.
Finding his club.
Oh, has his competitor's golf ball there. Didn't want to be assessed a penalty there, but catches it in time. 134 yards, Jake Kirtly's second shot. All right, takes it out.
Tracking right at it.
Absolutely. Oh, baby boy. Let's go. Safely on board. Well done for Mr. Kirtly. Again,
Just what he needed.
agreed. You know, not being over anxious or trying to grab too much. All right, I think we want to go ahead over to bay number 3, Ben. Jonathan's got 129 yards out here on hole number 12.
We've got a pop here.
Jonathan does have an extra bullet here. Takes this out right side, heading right. Misses the bunker on this next to this green. All right, Walton's looking at a 60-yard shot for his third swing on this par 5.
Man,
here
he's
at
down
Orchard
there.
Lake. Yes.
Front pin. Not a lot of room for error on the screen. But this close, he can score.
Has the full ability to pull this shot off. So wedge in his hands, a good feeling. All right, looks like it is safely on, but not
Curling towards the circle. We need to check, folks, but I believe that went in the circle.
I think on the reaction that we saw from Bay 3 that it did leave. So looks like Mr. Burge does concede that hole, gives up that extra bullet, but Walton grabs one back there.
Yeah, big move on a hole where, odds were against him.
Okay,
all
this
square.
match is squared. I wanted to make sure that I saw the screen to make sure that was confirmed, but we are getting heated up here. Bay 3. We're going to go ahead and move to number 2, Ben.
Go. Will Schatz, looking at a par 3, 173 yards.
Now,
A little uphill.
Yeah, currently it's a one-up match for Will's favor here, but you're absolutely right. About 14 feet elevated for this green. 173 yards. I'm guessing this is going to be around a 6-iron for Will. Nothing really too crazy. Doesn't need to step on anything. There is a small wind coming in, helping. It looks like coming off and helping just about a mile an hour or two, but probably taking that into consideration.
And really lucked out for the tournament. Got some great weather.
We did. It looks like a perfect day out here at Kissing Tree. Will is firing at this pin.
Oh, just
short. Oh my gosh, a great shot that is not rewarded, but safely on for his par. That was a great swing by Mr. Will. Hey, Jeff, get 2 of these, please. All right. Kory here being one down. I think this is a opportunity for him to drop a gear and make a move. All right, Kory's shot is off. Looks like it's on the right edge. Needs to escape that spider bunker. Oh, and it does. Oh, sit. Oh, it does trundle back into that bunker. It's a flat lie just off the green here, Joe. 13 yards. Again, pretty standard little splash bunker shot.
And I think with the shot he needs here, I don't think that lip's going to come into play.
I don't either. I think it's more of he's a little short-sighted, so he does need to keep the control here on this shot. Got plenty of room behind him, behind the pin, so again, not trying to bite off too much. Oh, really well done for Kory. Uses that fringe to slow some of that speed off of that chip. That was well done. Cards of par, keeps everything all equal through this this Bay 2 match.
Man, we are watching some great golf today.
I agree. I think we should go to the green zone, Ben. I think there's a lot of good golf shots going on, so we want to see them all in real time. We're going to go ahead and let's take a look at... Where would you like to go, Joe? Want to stay in Bay 2?
Yeah, let's go Bay 2.
All right. Will, after that almost birdie opportunity there, is on the box. Again, leading this match 1-up. Some laughter coming from these competitors. Looks like they're still having a good time. I'm sure
That's
that...
good.
Yeah, it's always good to see some smiles. I know we are here for business, but it's always good to be cracking jokes, taking some of the edge off. 511 yards here. Kissing Tree.
Kenny, do you know where the name Kissing Tree comes from?
You know, I don't. Joe, could you enlighten us?
Sure. So, looked it up. So Kissing Tree is named after a tree that Sam Houston kissed a couple ladies on the cheek after they sewed the Texas state flag.
Well, that's amazing. So there is the story behind this name, but that's pretty wild. So I guess he likes this tree and decided to make a memorable spot where he kissed a couple ladies on the cheeks. But again, a pretty set scene for, you said it was the Texas flag where they said that?
Yes. In San Marcos, Texas.
Look at that. Some nice pride there. Again, beautiful property, but interesting tidbit there from my partner, Mr. Joe Carroll. All right, Kory is letting this one go. Beautiful drive here, headed right to left, dead center of this fairway. Jeff. All right, as you can see, Will, are we still on this? They see this?
Oh, no. We're on, there we go. All right, back to the green zone.
Yeah, for right now, I think there's a lot of good golf happening, so I want to make sure our viewers can see everything happening. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight, looks like Mr. Mike Noel.
So quick lay of the land scores.
So it looks like
Michael Noel is 2 up right now through 13, or 17.
so this match is coming to a close here. Okay, up and off. Looks pretty good.
All right, so we're highlighting on Bay 1 here. So Jake Kirtly stepping up 107 yards. And apologies, folks. We're kind of in our green zone there for a second. This match is in Dormy.
Yes, it is. So Jake asking for that ball to move right, just missing the green on the far side. Left with a 7-yard chip here. trundling down, needs to slow down, and does secure that. Match 1 is in the
concludes
books.
the match.
Mr. Mike Noel defeats Mr. Jake Kirtly to survive and advance. Well done, gentlemen.
Great
It's
match.
a great match here. Congratulations to Mr. Mike Noel. All right, let's move this back over to Bay 2, Ben. Kory Goodson here, 223 yards for his second shot. Okay, holding the finish for us. I like that. Likes the way it looks. Needs to probably get some gas. Oh,
And that is in the penalty area.
collective groan for everybody here in attendance. That's going to be a tough one, Joe. So Will currently 1 up. This is Will's third shot just off the green.
Which it didn't immediately jump towards the drop selection, so I think he's outside of the penalty.
I just hope that he's going to be able to get his shot off with
Over that fence.
stone wall. Yeah.
So a lot of runway here for Will.
Again, his third shot here on the par 5.
Clubhouse is really gathering around Bay 2. It's heating up.
Yeah, collectively kind of gathering around, seeing how this match is going to finish. Will is electing for putter here from 20 yards off the green. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Flat stick
Look
is
at
working.
this. Well done.
Great
he knows
shot.
how to putt. Okay, so Kory is left with an interesting situation here. Obviously, the wall right in front of his shot. I don't know if he's going to try to move his aim or if he's going to go ahead and just trust that he can get up and over here.
Ooh, the flop is hot here.
We love this. A little wider stance, looking to get some action going here.
Oh.
Okay, it does look like that wall ate that shot and is in the penalty area officially. Okay, did jump that ball back a little bit. But again, Joe, I just don't see. I don't know if this is a possibility for him to firmly get this ball up and over.
No, and with Will being on here, I think it's an all or nothing type situation.
Okay, does catch
Yeah.
that top lift and brings him back in there. I think that we're going to see a flag wave here.
Yeah. Man, what a tough break.
Boy. All right. Will Schatz does secure the birdie there and does grab one more, bringing him to 2 up through 14, Joe. Let's go ahead and move over to Bay 3 and see how Mr. Burge and Mr. Walton are. All right, Walton's chip just off the green does settle inside the gimme circle.
In the
Well done
circle.
there.
So we're on hole 15 here. Mr. Walton is currently 1 up. Burge has a pop here, though.
He does his final pop of the match here at Orchard Lake. Coming out of the bunker here on his third shot, Joe. See if he can capitalize on this. Solid wedge out of that bunker and does miss the gimme circle. So for his 5-net 4. So Kyle Walton does remain 1 up in that match. We're heading to 16, Joe.
So Kyle's setting up here for his tee shot. 157 yards. Back pin on this par 3. What do you put yourself in his shoes? What are you thinking here?
Well, if I'm Kyle, I'm 1 up with a few left to play. Honestly, I'm going at this pin. I think that with all the pops settled, he can be aggressive.
Oh, and it looks like he is.
Safely on. Okay, maybe a slight bit conservative there. Maybe, but again, a solidified par. This is going to put pressure on Burge to hit a golf shot here. At 157 yards, both players are certainly able to. But I always say these par threes bring another layer of pressure, Joe. You've got to hit this shot off the tee. Tons of danger around this green. So, again, just kind of quieting the mind and putting a good swing on your golf ball to ensure that he can make the surface.
Burge stepping up here.
All right. Burge is off. Left with a little fade, looking
Cutting into
towards
the
the
pin.
pin. Looks like a great shot, but does miss the green, Joe. So this is that pressure. So now, with no pops, one down, Burge is looking at 11 yards.
Yeah, got to get in the circle.
It really does. So this again, that's that pressure. Kyle gets us on the par, feeling pretty good about that. Jonathan actually needs to pull one out here, and like you said, he needs to get in this gimme circle to limit the bleeding here.
Oh,
Okay, little misstep there from Jonathan. Does not make it to the green. Same weapon in his hand. See if he can go ahead and hold this one. Okay, so
through the
again,
circle.
with these par threes, it's limited number of shots. Jonathan does card a double there with Kyle safely in for par. Brings us one more point for Mr. Walton, bringing him to 2 up. Coming into
And
the final stretch, Joe.
We're in Dormy.
Yes, we are. So Kyle looking pretty good, feeling pretty good. 17th hole. Let's go ahead and move to Bay 2, Ben. So currently 16th hole here at Kissing Tree. Will Schatz 2 up on the match. 395-yard par 4.
Opportunity to really shut the door here.
Absolutely. I think Kory is going to be hitting the gas here, trying everything he can. Never wishing anything ill on your opponent, but anything can happen here. Will's been pretty steady with the driver today, so another smooth swing from Will.
Launching a tee into the crowd.
Fans going home with a lucky memento there. So the first time we see Will kind of errant on his tee shot, this pressure might be getting to him. Kory needs to settle in here, focus.
And really, if that's his errant today, that's
Pretty darn good.
Good place to be.
All right, Kory over his golf shot. 395 yards, par 4 here at 16 at Kissing Tree. Solid drive from Kory, just a little baby draw, dead center of the fairway. That's what I'm talking about. Way to go, Kory. Okay, I'm going to go and ask if we can move over to Bay 3, since we are nearing the end of this match.
Yep. Looks like both guys are off the tee here. Burge just got 144 in. He's got to do something.
This is his time.
Back's against the wall here.
Really does need to find some grittiness here and pull a shot off. All right, Jonathan, not super happy with that shot, but it could work out up the hill. Does visit the green, but he's off on the back right-hand side.
All right, opportunity to shut the door here.
Kyle always feels good in these pressure situations. Incredible athlete.
Guy loves to compete.
He does. It brings out a different game for him. He really zones in and can really, really play some good G, especially under some good amount of pressure. All right, Walton over his ball, 131 yards. Oh, okay, asking for it to draw here, heading towards that bunker. Okay, misses the bunker, but is on that downslope and heading back towards the bottom of this hill. Let's go ahead and move this over to Bay 2. All right, Will has hit his second, and he is just short of the green. I did hear a comment that he could putt that. Obviously showing that he has a propensity to grab the flat stick in pressure situations.
The putter's hot.
It is. Kory is 136 yards here, hole 16. 2 down on the match. All right, Kory is up, and it's drawing to the left side of the surface. Oh, does creep onto the green.
Trickles on.
Okay, so now Kory is in for his par. Will is looking at a birdie opportunity with the putter. All right, Will pretty deliberate with his warm-up and lining up of his putt. So his control's been unmatched with the putter, Joe. So he's looking about, just under 30 feet off the green.
Yeah.
Has a chance to make this, but with a 2-up lead, I think he's just wanting to nuzzle this one up close.
Ooh, tracking at the hole.
It's a great putt. Absolute distance control is there. Looks like Will does solidify.
Let's go over to Bay 3.
Oh, yeah, let's move over here.
So Kyle had a great chip, got it in par. And 2 competitors are shaking their hands.
Absolutely. Bay 3 is in the books. Mr. Walton does advance in Winter Madness 2025. We're going to go back to Bay 2 here, Ben. It was a great match. Burge with the lead in the beginning. It was kind of an interesting story, but Kyle kept his head down and got the W.
Yeah, because he was 2 up at one point.
He absolutely was. So again, in match play, wilder things can happen. So you never are out of it. But to a point here, Kyle does solidify with his last shot landing in that gimme circle for the W.
So our match between Schatz and Goodson, we were in Dormy, hole 17.
Will, again, like I said in the very beginning, the consistency is key here. Didn't really get himself in too much trouble. Will's looking for his preferred tee here for a fairway medal. Joe, we had a couple, I think, of little bracket busters, especially this first match. Mike Noel coming out strong, battling through some adversity and taking down a big player, Jake Kirtly.
I mean, I certainly don't want this to be insulting to Michael's game, but he broke my bracket. I had Kirtly going to the final, so...
We'll be completely honest, I did as well. So, again, the busting of the brackets here, but Will is safely out in the left side of the fairway with that nice 3-wood off the tee there. Kory's got driver here. Really needs to dig deep. Kory's shot is off. It's heading left. Needs to settle.
Heading pretty left.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to have some tree issues here.
I think they both might.
I think Will's a little bit better off, probably in line or just in front of that tree. All right, Kory decisively looking over this shot. Assessing his lie. Joe coming out of the rough. Again, really needs to just... the safe play is really not on the table here anymore.
No, Kenny, he's got to go.
Yeah, he needs to take this on head first. All right, safely under that tree. Looks like it's going to get a bounce, rolling up, and just exiting the green on the backside. That was a great shot from there. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Will is bypassed that tree. He's looking at 130 yards, Joe.
And he's just looking square in the middle.
Again, yeah, big blob up there, light green surface. Anywhere on it is going to be a good move for him. Taking his time here, looking at all of the angles here.
Doing some calculus.
He's doing his math. Feeling comfortable with his club selection. Couple of deep breaths for Will. Again, just a routine shot here from 130 yards out. 17th hole here at Kissing Tree. All right, shot is off. Looks like it's headed dead center towards the screen on the right side. Looks like it trundled a little bit, but a well done. Safely on the dance floor, Joe. Okay. Kory Goodson's third shot here. 11 yards off. Back left of this green.
He needs something special here.
You know, the time is now. All right, stepping in over his golf ball. Kory Goodson. Yep, just misses the hole, but does exit the birdie circle. And here we have it, folks. We are wrapped up in Bay 2. Mr. Will Schatz and Kory Goodson. Will takes the cake here. And Winter Madness does survive in advance. Joe, absolutely incredible matches today, like we had talked about just briefly. A couple of upsets, a couple of wild cards making it into the next bracket. I had a ton of fun watching these guys golf their ball, and even more so being in the booth with you, sir.
Oh, Kenny, it's been a pleasure. The brackets have been busted.
They have. Now we're heading over to the signing one. I'm going to move over to our camera here. Mr. Mike Noel getting ready, taking that black Sharpie, solidifying his name on the board. Congratulations, Mr. Mike Noel. Gives a point out to his folks that are watching.
He's got the PowerPoint. Got to make the folks back home proud.
Mr. Will coming up here, going ahead and solidifying his place in 2025 Winter Madness. Well done, Mr. Will. And the big dog himself, Mr. Kyle Walton, anxious to get up there, sign his name. And here we have it, folks. Second matches are in the books. Mr. Kyle Walton with the W, Mr. Will Schatz with the W, and Mr. Mike Noel all advancing. Joe, we are going to get reset here, and we will be back soon for our last round of matches today. We will be back soon.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
Yeah,
signing off here.
Keep it up on the chat. We appreciate all the feedback and hope you guys are enjoying as much as we are. See you soon.
It is time to make dreams a reality. Don't you just love this time of year?